Donald Trump has blamed past Democratic leaders and initiatives to boost diversity in aviation for the Washington, D.C. air disaster that killed 67 people. Authorities believe nobody survived the collision between an American Airlines passenger jet and a U.S. Army helicopter on Wednesday night local time. A group of young figure skaters returning from a training camp were on the American Airlines plane, which was flying into Washington's DCA airport from Wichita, Kansas. At the same time, a fairly experienced three-person crew aboard the Army Black Hawk helicopter was training with night vision goggles, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said. Both aircraft fell into the Potomac River after colliding. As the recovery operation continued in the icy waters of the river and the Department of Defense launched an investigation, Mr. Trump said, "We do not know what led to this crash, but we have some very strong opinions and ideas, and I think we'll probably state those opinions now." He then criticized a diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) hiring initiatives at the Federal Aviation Authority (FAA), which he suggested had lowered standards among air traffic controllers. "It doesn't matter what they look like, how they speak, who they are, they have to be talented, naturally talented geniuses. You can't have regular people doing their job," Mr. Trump said. He did not offer any investigation findings or other evidence for his assertions, and also suggested the helicopter pilot could have been at fault. "The turn it made was not the correct turn, obviously, and it did somewhat the opposite of what it was told," he said. Asked how he could conclude diversity had something to do with the crash, Mr. Trump said, "Because I have common sense." President quoted what he said was an FAA document that suggested people with disabilities could qualify to work as air traffic controllers. "We don't know that necessarily it's even the controller's fault, but one thing we do know, there was a lot of vision and people should have been able to see." Pete Buttigieg, the transportation secretary in the Biden administration, was among the Democrats criticized by Mr. Trump. Mr. Buttigieg described Mr. Trump's comments as despicable. "As families grieve, Trump should be leading, not lying," he posted on X and said Mr. Trump had suspended key personnel who had been keeping the skies safe. The Reuters news agency, citing aides to Mr. Buttigieg, reported the FAA document was released in 2013 and remained online through his first term as president. Mr. Trump campaigned on eliminating DEI initiatives from government and has signed multiple executive orders to put that pledge into effect.